WrestleRoni for me and for you. The champ is here. Dustin Alexander. How you feeling, baby?
I'm doing good, Spooky. How we doing? What's new? You still got 2 arms and 2 legs?
One ball though. It's a long story.
Yeah, I heard through the internet. It's not things aren't going pretty.
I'm getting bag tagged every weekend over here. Where you been? I could use.
We're being honest. We're being honest. I've been laid up.
Yeah. Oh, damn. That's not how we start this show. Let's get into that later. Congratulations on the title win.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Can you believe that we're sneaking up on a year?
A year since you won the belt, and I'm finally getting my championship interview.
I guess we just stay busy. I don't know what to tell you.
I'll give you that. You've been a busy man. We're going to get into all those defenses, everything in between. Let's go back to the night. Let's go back to Fairmont State, man. What a night. Tell me about winning that belt. Going into the match, during the match, after the match, what do you remember?
So, I don't know if you remember, leading up to the match, actually, Vance and I had a match in Parma, and he busted up my ankle.
Right.
So I was going into this match on one leg. So leading up to it was constant, rehab. You're wrapping it. You're going and seeing the doctor, getting all that stuff taken care of. So the whole lead up to it, it was just, hope I can make it. Hope I can make it. And then the day of, it's a little tight, but fuck it. How many times are you going to get this chance?
Right.
And then as far as the match goes, it was just about survival. That whole thing was surviving and just, refusing to give up.
What a violent match. And you talk about him banging up your ankle. What a humble way to put it. He took a cinder block to your ankle.
I mean, it wasn't pretty. Like I said, leading up to it, I was like, I might have to cancel this thing because we're about 2 weeks out, and the doc is like, I don't know if you're going to be able to wrestle. So it was like real touch and go all the way up to, and then the day of, it was just fuck it, I'm going to do it. If what's the worst I can do? I hurt it more.
Wow, it's a way to look at it, I guess.
Yeah.
And we're talking about the lead up. It was around this time last year, Mannington Fair. You and Vance think everything's gravy. He turns on you, wins the title. Fairmont State, you have the match. You've had a few matches since. You guys used to be close, man.
Yeah.
How are we feeling about Violent Vance Desmond these days?
I mean, it's just a situation where you always knew that Vance was the kind of person that when it came to a title, to a gold, to a big opportunity like that, he's going to do what he needs to put himself in a position to be successful. And I mean, it's, I guess, just ignorance on my part that I should have known better. But, it's just something you never expect coming out of your tag partner.
Yeah, your buddy, your mentor, you're trained with the guy. Well, is what it is, man.
Yeah. I think for me, too, that added a little bit of it going into the match. It was so much I'm going to prove to you that I can beat you, that I'm still not that kid at the Violence Academy, just hoping and praying that you'll notice me out of the lineup of everyone there. It was, on top of winning the title, it was a major fuck you.
Okay.
You did everything you possibly could to make sure I didn't get there. So, I mean, if I have to crawl there, I'm going to win this thing.
You went through hell to win it. I'll give you that. Legos and chairs and everything in between. Put him through the stage at the end. You know what?
I tried to throw him to hell.
It worked. I do have a bone to pick with you, Dustin. I don't know. Let's just get it out of the way. The match in Buchanan. We're both fathers, so we know what it's like. Things got a little bit personal there at the end. You had Vance's own daughter curb stomp him in the ring. You and Nikki encouraged it.
That was Parkersburg, actually. That was not Buchanan.
Okay, Parkersburg. Yep, Parkersburg. You remember better than I, obviously. Yeah, big show. It was Elk Stampede. You encouraged his own daughter to stomp him in the head.
So I want to ask you one question.
Okay.
Did I twist her arm?
She's a child, bro.
Did I pull her hair?
No.
Did I threaten to hit her?
You guys had, it was obvious you was having fun with it. She had fun.
I mean,
Stomping her dad's
Vance,
head.
if it's such a situation of you're so worried about a father and a daughter, Vance threatened to hit her. Shouldn't you be more worried about that, Lou?
It's his daughter. That's none of our business.
Oh, so it's all right. As long as it's his daughter, you can beat the shit out of him, huh?
Now, I don't think he's going to go doing that. Let's not go making accusations.
You done promoted it. As long as you're in public, you can beat the shit out of your kids. I see what kind of man you are, Lou. I see what's going on now.
Why'd I even bring that shit up? All right, fair
I'm
enough.
just joshing
Man.
you.
It was a fun night. I just I've been wanting to mention that to you. It didn't sit right with me. I do respect you as the champ. All you've done since, bro. Let's talk about over the 4th. You had Jason Kincaid. You had Vance the same day. You had Theo the week before that. Who else? Who else am I forgetting? It was a crazy run of people you went through.
When was Logan?
Logan was
Logan
Buck
Taylor.
Cannon in what, the end of June?
I want to say because I think we did. I think Theo was the beginning of June. Logan was the end of June.
Okay, go ahead. You had one. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I think Theo was the early in June, and then we had Logan at the end of June, and then we had Jason Kincaid, Vance Desmond, and then I had Zico in Parma. That's all in like a 3.5, 4 week stretch.
Does Zico look like Rusev in person too?
He is a massive human. Like I thought I'd been in the ring with some big guys, and the guy looks like he hasn't had a carb since 1993.
Damn.
Yeah, like when you play like WWE 2K, whatever the year is now, and you get the generic creator wrestler, the one that's like jacked or whatever, it's Zico. That's who it is.
Okay.
Yeah, he looks absolutely phenomenal.
How do you adapt to all these different styles? You got Jace Kincaid one day, you got Theo Strong the next, you got Logan Taylor, then you got this big huge man in Zico. How do you adapt and get through all these people?
You got to believe in what you're doing. I mean, when you get to this point, you've been doing it long enough that you know what you need to do to be successful. And I mean, obviously, when you go from a Logan to a Zico, much different size, bodies, but you still want to try and stay within what your game plan is.
Okay. Makes sense. Well, take me back to July 4th, man. That was a real important day to me, but it was a hectic day, so I don't know what your day was like. You got Jace Kincaid in Fairview, Monongah, you're wrestling while the fireworks are going off. Just run me through that day. What was that day like for you?
So it's very crazy, actually. So when I'm not wrestling, a lot of times I do overnight work. So my day started Saturday morning. I finished some overnight work at 7 a.m. Get home, you sleep for a couple hours, and then hit the road. And as soon as we pull into the parking lot, it's pouring down the rain. So you have to run, from the parking lot to wherever your dressing room happens to be that day. And then, you're getting in there, you're trying to get dressed. And then from this point, you realize you're wrestling Jason Kincaid. You have 2 hours to figure out how you're gonna beat this man. He's a submission savant, so that's the kind of thing you got to deal with. You got to figure out how to keep your head on a swivel while at the same time doing the things that you do best, while also avoiding putting yourself in a situation where Jason's going to take advantage of it.
Okay. You get through that. Now we got to go to Monongah. Monongah, we don't even think Monongah's going to happen. Then it does happen. Tell me about the chaos on your side of things.
That was the craziest situation in the world.
Oh, it almost made me throw up.
Yeah, so like I said, that Saturday morning was so bunched and busy, and it gets, I think like 7-ish. I'm like, I haven't ate a single thing all day.
Okay.
So we got to the town hall. I was like, shoot, I have to go get something to eat. So we leave, go get something to eat, and I'm sitting down eating, and then Tim comes in and was like, there's blah, 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 this problem and that. The show's not happening. And I'm like halfway dressed. I've ate half a grilled chicken. And so it was just total chaos and panic. And then like I'm slowly starting to take my gear off because I'm just like, well, it's not going to happen. And then Tim comes running back in. Hey, we figured this out. The show's on. All right, this is what we're going to do. And there was like 4 or 5 guys that had already left that were supposed to wrestle. So Tim has to shuffle the entire card, and things end up going on a little bit later. But the most like surreal, cool part about that is, so Vance makes his entrance and does everything he does, and then I got into the ring, and I'm posing on each of the 4 corners for everyone. I got up on one, and I looked directly over, and all the fireworks are hitting like during my entrance.
Right.
And it's like such a cool, surreal thing.
Yeah, that was the whole silver lining to the whole deal. Everybody got to wrestle the fireworks, and you know what was really cool? The fireworks are going off. Instead of the crowd walking over to the area where you can actually see the fireworks, they stayed right there for the wrestling, man. They didn't give a shit.
Yep.
Fireworks were the backdrop.
And you know what I think that we need to shout out? The fans and the people in Monongah. Yes. Because when we were in Fairview that morning, it was an absolute mess. It was raining hard, and then it stopped raining. It was miserably hot, and then they didn't know if there's a show. Then there was a show. Then maybe there's not. And after all the dust settled, we probably had 200 fans in that parking lot. I mean, I don't have an exact count, but I guarantee it was at least that.
Yeah. It was, and they stayed right there. Is the show happening? I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right here, going nowhere.
Yeah, and by the time Vance and I got to it was dark out there. It was every bit of, I don't know, what, 9, 10 o'clock?
Mm-hmm.
And they stayed there for the entire thing. They were with everything. They're cheering, booing, yaying. I can't put over how much I appreciate the people of Monongah. They make this way easier and way more enjoyable.
Yeah, man, dude, it's crazy you mentioned that. I was just at Town Hall tonight, and I was looking at Town Hall, and I was like, those Monongah fans, man, every show they come out, they're dedicated. And you know what's crazy to me, what I was thinking? I've been to Beckley, I've been to Bluefield, I've been to Wheeling, I've been to all these different places for different promotions. And I'm not down on those promotions. They do a great job and deserve 10 times the crowd they get. We can always count on Monongah, and those people follow the product. And Monongah's not a big town like Wheeling. We don't have shit but a Dairy Cone and a Circle K. I'm sure there's a lot of people coming from surrounding towns, but they could do that in these other neck of the woods too. These people are down for every show, man. They're there. They know who they like, know who they don't like. I'm glad you put over Monongah because Monongah kicks ass.
Yes, they're if nothing else, they're very consistent. They don't do like, we're bigger towns where they try and, take over the show or, we're going to be cool. We'll just cheer for the bad guy. I love that Monongah's bought into what we're doing and they're there for everything.
Yeah. What's the crappiest town you ever had to wrestle in front of that was reliably crappy?
Here you are, make me bury people.
I have one in mind. You want me to bury somebody first?
Yeah, go ahead, and then I got mine right in behind you.
Okay, and this is not a diss on the promotion because I think the promotion deserves more love, and they have a solid product. But those fans,
it's going to be Marmette, isn't it?
No,
it's going to be Marmette.
I love Marmette. What are you talking about? You know I love Marmette. Marmette's.
I've only wrestled there one time.
I love Marmette. I can't wait to get back to Marmette. No, 2PW. I think it's Worthington, PA. Those fans sit there. They show up, but every show I watch, they're sitting on their hands, just couldn't be bothered, man. I don't know.
So, you ever been to a little town called Belington, West Virginia?
Dude, I grew up outside of Belington, yeah.
Dude, the people there they're nice. They're very nice people, but you would have thought when they're coming through the door, they were getting like a slip that says, make sure you make no noise while you're here. And it just, I'd been there 5 or 6 times. It just doesn't draw very well. And it's like a Japanese crowd. They're just watching. And I mean,
that's very kind of you to say.
That's fine.
That's very
Huh?
kind of you to say they're like a Japanese crowd, but I have to disagree. The Japanese crowd is smart and they're analyzing and thinking. I guarantee you there's nothing turning in those gears in Billington. Promise.
See, I'm trying to be nice, and you're over here with the shovel and the pitchfork and the hell with Billington.
Fuck you, Barber County.
See, this is why I'm never on the podcast. You're getting me in trouble.
Oh, yeah, we're going down a blaze of glory tonight, Dustin.
The people of Billington are going to be on my front steps by the morning.
I have family in Billington, so whatever. Kiss my ass, Billington. And let's make it clear, you've been killing it in RSW. It's not like you're not busy other places. Hell, this weekend, tomorrow after this goes out, you got Noah Ray and All Star Wrestling. What's going on there, Bubby?
I clicked on
Noah Ray. You want to talk about a mountain that needs climbed? Has anyone in Southern West Virginia been hotter over the past 2 years than him?
I know, bro.
Have you seen the list of the people that he's beat?
Oh, yeah.
You know who he hasn't beat?
Who?
Hasn't beat me. You know who's beat him?
Who?
Good.
Me right here.
Okay.
I was actually the last man to pin Noah Ray.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm heading on down to Southern West Virginia tomorrow, and I'm going to do it one more time. And I'm coming back as the ASW Boone County champion.
Wouldn't that be dope? Got the RSW heavyweight title over one shoulder. The ASW, which ASW title is it again? You just said
The Boone County.
Boone County. We're all right with Boone County. Hooray for Boone County.
Yeah, it's not. You said, wouldn't it be dope? It is going to be dope, Lou. I've spoken into existence right here. I'm pinning that big son of a bitch tomorrow. That's guaranteed.
Guarantee it. Calling your shot.
Yeah, I will be pinning him tomorrow.
Tell me about your typical ASW show. I've never been fortunate enough to go. You've worked there a few times. What's going on at ASW?
So, ASW is a very good time. The Madison Civic Center there is a very, very beautiful building. Gary, he has a very cool setup. It's similar in the way that RSW does theirs. They have like the lights over top the entrance and the fog. And the one thing that's kind of cool about there, so the entrance is lifted up on a stage.
Okay.
So when you come through the curtain, you're standing on the top of the stage before you drop down like onto the gym floor. So it's like it's very much a moment when you come through that curtain because you're above the gym floor and you're looking out like at everyone. And the people there, they're awesome. They're very, very, everyone there is very nice. They're very accommodating. They very much know what they like. And that, that's always nice. It's difficult when you get like really indecisive crowds.
Right.
Let's be clear. Boone County, Madison is not indecisive whatsoever. If they love you or hate you, you will know within a second of coming through that curtain. They're not shy about their feelings.
That's something we talk about on the show all the time is how cool West Virginia fans are. They, they know the stories, they know the characters. If they like you, they're going to cheer you. If they hate you, they're going to boo you. So, speaking of entrances, Dustin, did you notice we've made some improvements to our entrance in RSW?
Dude, I keep up on everything. Like, even though I've been at home, I'm like that girlfriend you have that was 14 that stalks you and knows everything that you're doing.
Good.
Baby, I follow the page. Everything y'all got going on, old dad's seen it over here.
That was good. I'm glad you said that because that's what I'm segueing into. I got a plan on this. What are you seeing while you're going? What do you like? Let's start with what you like. Then we'll talk about what you don't like, what you want to change, different things. What do you like right now?
What do I like? I like you standing up for your family. I like you standing up and showing people that you're a man that's not going to be pushed around.
Thank you.
I don't like Lane Cali. I don't like Gen Z. I don't like the Rossfield kid.
Good. Good to hear.
Um, let's see. You know what I was really impressed with, actually?
Who?
Rucker.
Hell yeah. Same.
The kid
Go
fought
ahead.
his heart out against Desmond.
Mm-hmm.
He gave it. I mean, he's young. He's young. I mean, you're bound to. You're gonna win some. You're gonna lose some. But he fought his heart out for that title. I can respect that.
Did you see the
I know
tag
what it's
title
like to
win?
really want something. Huh?
Did you see the tag title win with Air Duzan?
I did. I did. That was certainly quite a bit of business, wasn't it?
Oh man, pulled on the old heartstrings. Talk about, dude, doing live commentary on that. Oh my goodness, what you heard me say, that was just straight from the heart, man. That got me. You know yourself, I'm on the road a lot with Rucker. I talk to Rucker every day, and that was a moment, man.
Yeah, he's a good kid. I think he has a long, as long as he stays healthy. But both him and Duzan, they have a long future. The crowd are in love with them, so I mean, they're only going to get better. The star's only going to rise.
I'm glad you said that. That's perfect. Short plug, real fast. Trials of Ascension. That's what we're doing, man. We're documenting these guys coming up in the business. Hope you tune in, Dustin. We got Air Duzan on there. We got Rucker and Vance again from Mega Pro. We got wrestling from PWL, RSW. It's going to be a good time. He's no selling it.
No. I just froze up for a second. My whole thing just froze up.
Well, what do you want?
But,
what do you want me to say, Lou?
no, I think it's so. I really like what you're doing because obviously there's only so many spots on each card. There's only so much time that you can put out on your YouTube channel before you oversaturate things.
Right.
And you have essentially created a channel, a playlist, whatever you want to call it, to kind of spotlight these younger kids, to give people a more intimate feeling into who they are. So I hope all these guys are super grateful towards you for what you're going to do for them. I wish anyone would have done anything for me like this when I was breaking into the business and just getting my feet really wet. Back then it was just keep your head down, kid. You'll get there. Keep losing 500 times in a row. They'll see you.
Oh, that's a good segue. That's something we talk about a lot on the show, and I think you're the perfect guy to ask. I think a lot's changed in West Virginia just in the past 3 years, let alone 5 years, 10 years, whatever. Tell me about the changes you've seen in the past few years.
You want good or bad?
Give me good, then we'll do bad.
You know what's great?
What?
We don't have the guys that, been wrestling 15, 20 years that don't want to see these younger guys, ascend to that next level, that expect to see these younger guys and the pre-show match or the first match and they're, losing within 3 minutes. You're really giving these new guys a chance to really get out there and see what they can do.
Mm-hmm.
Give them 10, 12 minutes in the ring with an established talent and see what they can really do. Yeah. And I think that is wonderful. I'm really glad that we've kind of transitioned that to where it's, new talent doesn't do anything for the first, 3-4 years in the business. Let's bring these new guys in, give them this shot, throw them against the wall, and let's see what happens.
Man, I'm glad.
Because Air Duzan, you got Rucker, the OK kid. I think he needs a little bit of seasoning, but I think he is really, really solid. And he's a terrible human, but that Lane Callie, he's really talented. I just wish there was someone that could wring his neck and make him act right, smack him in the teeth or something.
We're going to figure it out. I know damn well I can't do it, but I know plenty of people. We'll just fucking put him through the ringer, Dustin.
There you go. Yeah, but I think he is very talented. I think him and the Rossfield kid and even Gen Z, I think they're very talented. I just don't think they're listening to the right people right now. But that works itself out in time.
They're listening to themselves. They're a bunch of kids talking amongst themselves.
I know.
Yeah.
They don't have that veteran presence around to grab them by the shirt collars.
You're exactly right, man. And you talk about okay needing seasoning, man. Nah, don't give him a grain of salt. Keep him bland. Keep him weird. Keep him okay. I know what you mean, but just don't mess with his promos. Just don't mess with his promos. That's all I'm asking.
No, I love everything about his promo. The awkwardness that is him. I love all of that. I think it works perfectly.
I'm gonna break the fourth wall a little bit and let folks know this because it popped me so much. Before I recorded with OK, I was like, man, just give me that OK that we get in the promos, that kind of stuff. And he's like, what do you mean, man? That's just me talking. Yep. Okay. Fair enough.
That's terrific. That is terrific.
Oh man, and you're talking about put these guys in there with some established veterans. I tell you what, I've been seeing the rookies going with the rookies. FC Mason and Tyler Rossfield at Skidder Moe's was ridiculous. Like,
I actually had a chance to watch that back. So that was a sleeper match that I wasn't anticipating really getting into.
Wasn't it good?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be your typical, okay, these kids haven't been out of training long. We'll get the very basics and, it'll be a nice, clean finish. And I caught myself actually paying attention and watching the whole match. And after it, I was like, all right, these kids got something here.
No doubt. No doubt. You've been seeing what Shane Kryzak's been doing? No?
He's one win. He is like one thing away from just dominating all of West Virginia.
Yeah. Good.
I had to wrestle him twice in one day. I didn't win those matches. I survived.
Let's talk about that, bro.
Anyone
Talk
that
about
asks.
the rain and everything. How did you guys pull out an incredible match in a downpour at Morgantown at the brewery? Tell me about that.
Oh my gosh! So, leading into that, the show's getting ready to start, and Tim goes, "Hey, we might have some rain, but I think it's gonna pass." And like the first match goes out and everything's good, and I think it's like a tag match that goes out, and they come back and they're soaked. Right. And Tim comes back, oh, it's pouring down. Make sure everyone's careful out there. So me and Shane get out there and we're working, we're doing our thing, and he runs away up the steps. I was like, what? Where the hell is he going? We went up there, we're fighting amongst the people, and I found a dog bowl with water in it. I blasted him over the side of the head. And he falls down, and James Knight goes, you really had to hit him with the dog bowl?
What a match, man.
Yeah, that was a very fun, but it's also a very dangerous match. When it's that wet, you have to, be extra careful. Think about your footing at all time. All it takes is one misstep, and you've twisted your ankle, you fractured it, you broke it. And I don't know if you've ever broken an ankle, but that's a long process. Right. I had never broken an ankle. I've definitely twisted an ankle before, and I've it just makes life difficult when you mess up your feet or your ankle or anything like that.
Oh, I can imagine, for sure. And then you're going to Buchanan. I believe you had somebody else scheduled. Something happened. Always card subject to change. So you got Kryzak.
Yeah, it was supposed to be DD Vice. And I think something happened with his kid and he had to go to the hospital or something. I don't know.
Personal life out there. That's heat.
Yeah, well, fuck him. No, I'm kidding. I love DD. No, but it was very much a reason that it wasn't like, oh, I just don't feel like coming. I just didn't want it to be put out there to it's where oh, well, he just didn't want to come because of blah, blah, blah. Right. It was something that, any parent would have been like, hey, I know this is my job, but this is my family.
Yeah. Definitely understand that. What are you thinking about these Buchanan shows, man? I kind of like the K-Lounge. I'm liking it.
It's great as long as we can keep Baker away from the fans.
What do you mean, dude? I have no clue. He talks to him a lot and yells at him.
Oh, he does a lot more than talking.
Well, hey, to be fair, we was all a bit on edge that day. I was outside, same as him, making the same kind of videos he was. I didn't know we was both doing the same thing. We're both outside on different sides of the building with our phones. We're here, pussies. Where are you at?
Yeah. there for a good 2 weeks. Everyone was testy, and I think it was a recipe for disaster.
Yeah. It was a powder
I
keg. But
mean,
you know what? After all that, we bounced right back.
Yeah. Since we're at this show, let's discuss it.
Okay.
Main event time. Logan and myself.
Oh, my.
Bake and Nikki come out, and Tim and Sean, amongst themselves, decide managers to the back. I have to give, obviously, Nikki's going to do what's asked of her because that's who we are as people. But I have to give Bake his flowers in this regard. Not once did Bake come through that curtain. Not once did he send any of his boys out. He let Logan and I go out there and fight like men.
True.
There's a lot of reasons that, maybe I don't like Bake or I have problems with him for this and that, but he has my respect for not getting himself involved and potentially fucking up what was the best title match of the year.
Agreed. Yeah, and especially the mood he was in. He obeyed orders and stayed to the back, and we had a classic.
Yep, very much so. And I can't put over enough Logan in that match. He pushed me to the absolute brink. There was times in that match where I was like, I can't beat this guy. I've thrown everything and the kitchen sink at him, and he's still kicking out.
Yeah, and let's talk about the weeks leading up to that match. The months even, just back and forth on social media. It got super personal, but somehow you kept your composure. You had a wrestling match, and you came out on top.
At the end of the day, if you look over what would be my right shoulder, you don't get this by reacting emotionally. You stay calm, you stay collected, you stay composed. Mm-hmm. You didn't get that just reacting emotionally. You got to know who you are and stay in your lane, and you got to know what you're there for.
Was there a time when Dustin Alexander did act on emotion?
Sure, a lot. Oh,
yeah.
Have a conversation with Tim Cross about my first run at RSW. I was a very emotionally charged man. Ran off a lot of emotions. And I made a lot of mistakes. And I mean, when you let your emotions get the better of you, that's what happens. You fuck up a lot, you lose, you do things to piss off the office, and, they tell you to stay home or you end up fired.
Yeah. Hey, the reason I ask, that's where I've been the past few months. I almost got fired a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I seen your screenshots you were posting with Tim.
Yeah, he wasn't happy with me. But it sounds like he hasn't been happy with you. I'm sure everybody's put him through hell. It's wrestling.
God bless Tim Cross. You know, when I met that man, he had hair. And I think we are 100% responsible for it being gone now.
Dude, he said it himself. So.
Oh, has he?
I've heard him say that. So, yeah, I think you're onto something. What's been going on up in Parma? I haven't been up there the past couple shows. What's going on up there?
You want this long form or short form?
Well, we still got a half hour. You might as well make it long form.
Here we go. Let's fire off.
Okay.
So, RSW face-off. Matt Taylor versus myself. Obviously, Nikki's with me. My daughter's in the front row. And Matt and I were wrestling, doing our thing, both giving everything we got. And at some point, my daughter stands up. And she starts cheering and clapping and yelling. And Matt takes it upon himself to get the mic and talking to her directly. And this goes on for a minute. And eventually the crowd starts chanting stuff at my child, starts chanting stuff at my wife.
Oh.
Yeah, it was not a pretty situation. Fast forward.
Okay.
Go ahead. Were you
no,
going to
I'm
say
not
something?
liking it either. We were just discussing the children earlier and everything. Go ahead.
Yes. Fast forward, I beat Matt.
Uh-huh.
And, I get home. And both Nikki and I, we're very upset that this happened. Pissed is the appropriate term. And we just got to sitting down and thinking about it. And it's, West Virginia has never, ever treated us like that. West Virginia is always very good to us. It's always very good anytime, we bring our daughter with us. The fans of West Virginia treat us like a family. It's like they act like they've known us for 20, 30 years or what have you. And the way that Ohio, Parma specifically, treated us, I'm going to start to give that back.
Good.
You want to treat me some type of way, I will be treating all of you the same. I made it very clear when I went up there that I didn't want to be there. I'd much rather be back in West Virginia where real wrestling fans are, that understand wrestling are, that are not there to try and take over the show or have funny videos to show their friends. The fans of West Virginia are there to watch real wrestling. The fans of Ohio are just trying to get themselves over.
Hell yeah. I don't even go up to that shithole Parma. I don't. You know what? I think I will, because I'm glad you mentioned Parma. Fuck Parma. Number one, I'm with you on that. Fuck Parma. But you got Remy LeVay. Remy LeVay's coming back. We got Remy LeVay coming up in Parma. I think I might have to make the trip for that one, and I got your back on this. Fuck Parma. What's the plan for Parma next go around with Remy LeVay?
So the only other time Remy and I have been in the ring together, the Unappreciated, actually, they interfered in the match when Zeke Mercer was still a part of Unappreciated RSW.
I think that was in Parma
Remy
as
and
well,
I,
wasn't it?
Sure was.
Yep.
Remy and I have never had an official match. Well, it was an official match, but nothing that came to a conclusion.
Right.
So, fucking Parma. So the next Parma show, they don't deserve it, but they get Remy LeVay versus Dustin Alexander for the RSW title. I'm guaranteed this will be one of the better matches that we see for the rest of the year. Remy is uber talented. Remy is super smart. But I don't have this title by accident. I don't have this title by dumb luck.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to take a lot more than Remy being uber talented and super smart. I invite Remy to bring anything he has, because I'm going to bring everything I have.
I like it. Now, I will have you know, I ran into our old friend Remy LeVay at 880 Wrestling. He's currently going through a career renaissance up there. He just won their championship.
Who had it before him, Reese?
Yeah. Did he beat Reese for it? I thought he beat some. My goodness.
See,
yeah. I'm pretty sure he beat Reese for it, but he's the current champion, and he's looking good, man. He seems focused. He's laser focused. It's a different Remy LeVay than what you're thinking. I promise you that.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I want, though. So when I beat Remy, there's not an excuse why I wasn't ready or I'm off my game right now. I want you to be walking into it saying, I've never been better. So after I win, I beat you at your very best.
Okay. And you know what, me and you've had some private conversations that you would like this run to be remembered, and so far you're racking up all these names to make it a memorable run with this title. Give me a few more names that you would like to run through to add to this legacy you're building.
What about the Panamanian poker, Benny Conley? Where's he at?
Where's he at? I've been trying to get a hold of him.
That's one I need. I need real bad.
Okay.
And I think that's more for me than anyone else. Benny and I have only been in the ring one time, but it was, I know for me, and I'm sure for him as well, it was not fulfilling. I think we both wanted more out of it, and I just don't think either one of us were at our best that day.
Okay.
Let's see. What about Eric Steele? What's Eric Steele doing?
Eric Steele almost killed Logan Taylor the other week, last week.
I see. I think you posted a clip or something, or maybe
Yeah.
he posted a clip. I don't know. One of you guys did.
I think we both did, honestly, because it's so nasty.
Yeah, I seen it. I was like, oh, boy.
Uh-huh. What about a young guy you feel deserves a spot? Doesn't even have to be an RSW.
Let me think on it for a minute. I don't have anyone off the top of my head.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, something else was on my mind. I'll fire this at you. We was talking about these names you ran through, and I feel terrible that we didn't mention one of the biggest names in West Virginia right now, and you do hold a win over him. You beat him fair and square. Jeff Paul, man. What was that like?
Jeff Paul.
Jeff
He
Paul.
He's one of the most interesting humans I've ever met in my life.
I understand.
He's a different cat. And he's another one that I feel like not enough people give him his flowers, and they want to say this and that about Jeff. I think Jeff is a very, very talented wrestler, and he's a smart businessman as well.
Mm-hmm.
I just think on that day I had Jeff's number. He made a few too many mistakes, and I capitalized.
Right. And I'll tell you what, you talk about the people saying this and that about Jeff. As of the past few months, he shut them all up. I don't hear anybody talking shit on Jeff Paul anymore.
That's good. That is very good. Yeah, because when he first started doing PWL up in Bluefield at the skating rink, I was actually part of that roster.
Really?
And it was, yeah. The thing I really respect about Jeff is Tim does it a lot too, Tim Cross. He's willing to give anyone a shot.
Right.
Anyone an opportunity. You know, go out there and show me that you deserve this spot. Go out there and show me you deserve to be a part of what we're doing here. And I feel like not enough people do that. So many people like keep everything close to the vest, or these are our guys. We don't want anything else.
Right.
And I appreciate that they're willing to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know what's sitting on, the other side of a Facebook message or a DM. Maybe it's a really talented guy or girl that you need to be using.
Yeah, bro.
And
I was just talking on the last podcast. Tyler Rossfield just happened to send me a promo for the Halloween special, and now look at him.
I think that's something. I worked with him a little bit in the Bash at Beckley. I was part of the Battle Royal.
Okay.
He is talented. I think he's another one. He needs to get his head straight.
Yeah.
He needs, dude. There's no other way to say it, but these new guys need humbled. A lot of them need humbled. Some of them, like,
who the hell's going to do it? That's where I'm at, Dustin. I don't want to make this about me. You're the champ, and I've been wanting you on the podcast, but God bless it, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't.
Someone needs to grab a couple of these kids by the, like I said, grab them by the back of the shirt collar.
Whoop they ass.
Let's let Gannon throw him a couple more times. I enjoy that.
There you go. Yeah, that makes sense. Now we got a plan.
Gannon throws these guys like they're shopping bag or something.
You got another big boy in another promotion. The promotion escapes me. I believe it's Marcus Knight you got coming up.
The Spotlight Marcus Knight.
Where's this at?
Give me 1 second. Let me find this. Yeah. Talk about something while I'm busy.
No, you're good, Bubby. You're good. Hard to keep up with all your travels anymore.
So, it is Fight Night Wrestling versus the World.
Okay.
It is in Akron, Ohio.
Okay.
So it's not too far down the road from me. But
when's this again?
When is it? Let's see. So not this weekend, but the following. It'll be. Why don't people put this? Oh, there we go. August 25th. Over on Goodyear Boulevard. I had to look because I am terrible at that. So, Lou, if it wasn't for my wife, you know how many bookings I would miss or how many times I would be lost?
I'm starting to get an idea of it. I get it.
Oh, man.
I can't even find my socks without my wife. I get it.
Yeah, I am the worst about it. She keeps my bookings in line. She makes make sure I'm where I need to be, you know, make sure I get everything that I need to get done. I mean, if not for her, I'd be walking around down the street in my underwear like a homeless man.
Yeah, we definitely need to give Nikki her props because, yeah, it adds to the package, man. She definitely she keeps you grounded.
I would not be. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be RSW champ without her.
Fair enough.
She is very much the oar that drives this boat. No denying that.
You know what? I'm so glad we mentioned her because that reminds me we got fan questions, sir. So let's bring them up and let's go through some fan questions.
I took a peek at some of these. You guys are ridiculous.
Well, hey, man, if they want to know, I've got to ask. So don't shoot the messenger. Right out the gate, Tommy Thompson, ask him what his favorite thing to get from Wendy's is, please. Laughing.
Oh, my God. So, I'm sure you've seen, it was a close personal friend of mine, Nate Thompson. He'd passed away.
Mm-hmm.
But so before that, him and I, Nikki and I lived maybe 5 minutes away from Nate and Tommy.
Okay.
So we would hang out constantly, and we just happened to be all hanging out one day, and I don't know if it was Nikki or Nate or whoever was like, let's go to Wendy's and get something to eat, because the Wendy's was real close to the old house I used to have, like maybe 4 minutes away.
Nice.
And we're in the drive-thru, and everyone's placing their order. They look back at me, and they're like, Dustin, well, what do you want? And it's in the loudest, weirdest voice I had, I was like, give me a baked potato with all the shit on it.
Sounds like you.
So, you want to know the funny part about this?
So
ever since Nate has passed, Nikki's tried to order this exact same baked potato 4 times on like DoorDash, and I think we tried to go pick it up one time. Guess what's not been there every single time?
What?
A baked potato with all the shit on it.
Damn it.
Yep, Nikki's tried for, and it's just like a laugh between all of us because it's Nate refusing to let her have it.
Yeah, I got you. Fair enough. Fair enough. So we got the explanation to that. I'm glad I asked. I was going to tell you about the story about my friend that passed. He made me shit myself walking home one day, but that's pretty much it. I know he made me shit myself walking home. I don't shit myself as a grown man. So you said all the shit.
How did it happen, Lou? You can't just walk us up to the edge of the lake and say, well, there's a lake here without telling us about the lake.
Bro, you know how I'm very close to a Circle K. I go get my cigarettes. My friend had just passed, Chris Orm, my wrestling buddy, just passed maybe a week before, and we always played crazy pranks on each other. I had no stomach problems. There was nothing going wrong, and I was just walking home, and I just shit myself out of nowhere. Never in my life. Usually you get some cramps or something before you shit. I just shit myself out of nowhere, and that was his ghost making me shit myself.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like you guys are walking together, and you're like, I'll fucking show you. I'll shit my pants right here.
No, he'd pass.
No, so. that is wonderful. That is absolutely awesome.
And I know it was him, so yeah, that's fair enough. Let's move on to James Knight.
Oh, Jesus.
No, he's actually got a good one. This is probably my favorite question out of all of them. This is a good one.
Cool. Okay.
If you could put a match in a car to travel with, who would it contain?
Put a match in a car?
So I guess these people you're riding with are going to have a match, I'm assuming? Is that how that works?
Are we talking independent or are we talking pro?
You want me to call him and ask him?
I'm going to need him on the line right now.
Yeah, it's only 1 in the morning. He should be all right.
All right, let's just do both. Okay. Yeah.
He does,
Let's do both. So, if it is an independent match.
Yeah, let's keep it indies. It's WrestleRoni.
Okay. It's going to be a tag match.
Okay.
And what I want is, let's do Jason Kincaid and Benny Conley versus Vance Desmond and Cole Cash.
Okay.
2 out of 3 falls.
But you got to travel with them the whole time.
That's all right.
You're going to have fun.
Yeah. Jason he's very, quiet and reserved. Vance generally sticks to himself. Cash is hilarious to travel with. When he trained me, so we had a couple road trips together. I loved traveling with Cash. He is absolutely hilarious.
Got any funny road stories with Cole Cash?
Nothing off the top of my head. You want to hear a terrifying road story about Vance Desmond?
Yeah.
So we work an RSW show, and the show goes a little long. So I can't remember if the main event was something happened, so the show goes long. And in the cars, me, Nikki, Logan, and Vance. I think I don't think anyone else is in it. And so Vance has someone record the show on his tablet, and we are on the way home, and we get like right outside of town or whatever. And Vance is complaining that he's kind of tired. So I was like, oh, great. He's going to kill us on the way home. We finally get out of town on the interstate. Guess what he does? Pulls out his tablet and starts watching his match back as he's driving home, complaining about being tired. Yeah. But, I mean, to his credit, no one got hurt. We got home safe. He didn't run off the road or anything. So apparently Vance can do that thing where he splits his eyes. He can watch the match and drive at the same time.
If anybody can, he can. I guarantee
you. Yeah. Yeah, it's Nikki's like biggest pet peeve in the world is distracted driving. She hates it.
Well, good. Makes sense. James,
yeah. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was you done with the story? I'm sorry.
Nope. That's it. That was it.
That was it. Okay.
Yeah.
James Curry writes in that Dustin Alexander is Hall of Fame bound. That's a comment.
That's really nice. And James is a really cool guy. When I did backyard stuff, he wrestled for the same company. He was always a real nice guy. Real polite, very cordial. He's a friend you want to have.
Hell yeah. Well, good. Well,
and as far as Hall of Fame goes, maybe like the ability to make people laugh Hall of Fame. I'm sure I can get into that.
Hey, man. By the time it's all said and done, shit, we'll put you in the WrestleRoni Hall of Fame.
I better be first ballot, or I'm coming for you, Lou.
Uh-oh. Well, first ballot it is. I don't want no problems. We'll fucking do it this year. All right, final question. I think it's a good way to start wrapping up the episode. It's a question on everybody's mind. It should have been asked years ago. You're a bit of a legend in the business, Dustin Alexander. They call you the Big D. I've heard tales of your tales. How do I segue into this? Elijah.
Go ahead. What's your best segue?
How big is it? How big is it? And they're talking about your penis, your cock.
What?
Yeah, they're asking how big your cock is because everybody says your cock's really big.
You mean my cock, right?
Your penis.
So it's big enough to keep my smoke show wife around. How about that?
I'm so confused. Why is she asking, though?
Because she thinks I'm going to get on here and embarrass myself and admit it to the world and kill the mystique of it.
Oh, kill the mystique of it. All I got to do is zoom in on a match, and we got it right there. There's no hiding that fucker.
You know how many times you've done that?
Like 3 times. What are you talking about? I recorded probably like 30 of your matches, and I did it 3 times. Well, wait till Parma. Wait till you and Remy.
Yeah.
That whole footage is going to be your dick going around the ring.
It's big enough. You'll be able to see the rest of the match. Just look around. Yeah, Nikki and I we had happened to be in the living room, and we're watching a match back on the TV. And it's like we're doing introductions, and we're getting ready, and you like hard zoom in on it. And she goes, "Is he kidding me right now?" So that's the spooky Lou we love. I don't know what to tell you.
Dude, I'm not in the back when y'all are changing, so, I hear these tales, so this is the only way I'm going to see is through technology. The only way Spooky Lou knows how to.
I won't bring up names, but there's one wrestler that's running around the scene that's offered me up to $15 just to see it. Brother, I'll give you my pay from tonight. Just let me see it.
Damn. See, suckers got to know.
Shit, I guess so. Hey, when I retire, I'll show you. How about that?
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. I hope you retire soon then.
I keep wrestling people like Zico. I might have to.
Damn, I know. Hell, man. What we got coming up next? We got Noah Ray. We got Marcus Knight. Who you got next in RSW? Because I can't keep up with you.
So I make my official return to RSW at the 7-year anniversary show.
Okay. I don't know if
there's been a couple.
Has it?
There's been a couple names bouncing around.
Okay.
We got it could be Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
It could be Fujinami.
Okay.
It could be Spooky Lou.
Oh fuck! No.
No. They're I haven't really had a chance to sit down and talk to them, and just to see what I had coming up. I obviously had to take some time off and get better, and Tim and the committee just told me to get back with him. When my ankle and my neck was doing better, and then we'd sit down and see, who was in line for a title shot and where we were going from there.
So they give you time to heal, so you're like, I'm going to go fight Noah Ray. Come, what the fuck is that?
No, he knows I'm healthy now. I talked to Tim last week, and then that's what he said, to give him, a couple weeks, and then he'd figure out where he wanted to go from here.
Fair enough. Well, we look forward to your return, sir. We're heading into the back stretch here. We got a few minutes left. You know how we do in the final few minutes. If you want to plug some merch, if you want to give some advice to up-and-coming talent, if you want to talk some shit and get something off your chest, I don't give a shit what you do. Do whatever you want to do. What do you want to do?
We can always plug this bad boy.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see this. Go check this out. This shirt here. We still have a couple of them available.
Where can we get them?
They're available at the table right now. I have what we have left available will be at the table. I'll obviously have them on hand at the ASW show this weekend and the following week for fight night, and then I'm sure I'll have what I have left or more at the anniversary show. And we are working on, and actually I think it's done now, and I guess we can plug the kid. Rucker made me an NBA Jam inspired logo.
Nice.
Nicole and I'll post a graphic up here in the next couple days. We'll see if people like it, if they want it, and where we're going from there.
Okay. While we're talking merch, I just had a great idea. Can I pitch it to you? I think we can make money. You ready?
No, we're not making dick socks, so don't even ask.
Oh, what the fuck? How'd you know? It was going to be a cock sock. I had a better name for it. The Dustin. How'd you even? Has somebody else already said that?
No, I just know how you are, Lou.
Fair enough.
You're trying to get to it close to it as you possibly can.
Dude, hey man, we went 55 minutes without talking about your dick. I think I did pretty good.
I'm blown away. I'll tell Miss Amy to give you a golden star on the wall or something.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I hear that's what folks say when they see it. I'm blown away. So. What filth? We got kids watching this show. You know that?
Yeah. What the hell's wrong? I'm canceling you. I've had enough of you already.
Please run me out of the business. I'm getting tired of hitting the nuts every weekend.
No, but so let's wrap this up with this weekend. I will be pinning Noah Ray. I will be becoming the new Boone County champion. The following weekend, I'm gonna bust Marcus Knight's ass, and I'll take his championship, and then I'm gonna cruise on down Fairmont State and whoop whoever they put in the ring across from me. You can call me the Trey Champ. How about that? You like that?
No,
Trey
like
Champ.
It. Trey Champ, baby. Coming in looking like Ultimo Dragon next time we see you.
I'm not as good looking as he is, but I'll do my damnedest.
Hell yeah, Bubby. I appreciate you coming on. I really do. It's good catching up with you. What I'll ask of you, champ, if you don't mind to hang on the line with me, and we'll say goodbye to the rest of these folks, and then you can show me your penis. Does that sound good?
Yeah, you just Venmo me that $1,000. We're in there.
$1,000. I don't have
Bro,
that.
Bro, I know you got it. You got 15 YouTube channels.
I have one YouTube channel. But
15 shows then. How about that? You got
Yeah.
15 shows.
there you go. I'm glad. Good segue. We've got What Turns My Buckles with DD Vice and pals now. We got the podcast. We got Trials of Ascension starting this Saturday. And you know what, Dustin, since you're on here, I'll go ahead and give you an exclusive. The RSW YouTube is getting their own show for talent like yourself, the championship caliber talent, the top tier talent will go to the RSW experience on YouTube. So that's where you'll be. How you feel about that?
I think it's awesome, honestly. I think it's really cool that you guys are creating separate channels. Because, you know, sometimes you're in the mood for something new. Sometimes you want to see these up-and-comers. And then other time it's, you know, like comfort food. All right, I want to see my guys.
Right.
I want to see Shane Kryzak, the Vance Desmond, the Eric Steeles, the Dustin Alexanders. I want the heavy hitters. And then other days it's, show me these guys I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, and there'll be crossover, you know. For example, you know, we've got Vance Desmond on the first few episodes of Trials of Ascension, but you'll be seeing Vance Desmond on the experience because he's a champion right now. Spoiling my own show's results over here, but that's okay.
Oh, it's all over Facebook. Bubby.
Stay off Facebook.
I know the night that it happened. Hey, we can spoil the result, and you'll give them all the good stuff.
See, I never share the results on my Facebook. I share anything RSW, but I don't share the results. That's irrelevant. We're wrapping up the show. Go out there and live your dreams. Treat each other with kindness and respect. Don't take no shit from no one. And keep your dick big, right?
Always keep your dick big.
That's how you do it. I appreciate you joining us, champ. Look forward to seeing you. To the listeners, I can't thank you enough. Tomorrow it's going down. It's what we've been building up to. Trials of Ascension's coming at you. And wait till you see who we got on the podcast next. Very interesting name coming at you. Show us that pretty belt before we go.
Is it Hulk Hogan? Are you bringing Hulk Hogan on?
Never. Fuck him.
Yeah, I don't want to hear you saying the N-word out in public, Blue.
Yeah, exactly. I don't do that. Hulk Hogan does. Dustin, we're proud as hell of you. You're proving why you won the belt. You're proving what a reign, bro. Just what a reign. You know, I'm proud of you. I love you. Love the listeners. Let's get the hell out of here.
Take it easy, Lou. We'll see you soon.